Connecting the body and the body. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Connecting the body and the spirit. Connecting the heart, mind, and the body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and the spirit. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Connecting the spirit and the spirit. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit, divine truth. Let me see, speak, and hear it with accuracy, clarity, and simplicity. For my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity, for their highest, lightest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. What is the most valuable message that I have to share? What's happening for Tarot in the Shadows tonight? It's been a long time since we've done a Tarot in the Shadows episode, so I'm pretty excited to do this. 7 of Coins. I see you checking on how much something has grown, checking on growth. A 7-year-old. 7 years of growth, 7 years of waiting, 7 years. There's something in the Bible about 7 years. A lot of stuff. I heard a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible about 7 years. I heard, how is it doing today? Did it sprout today? Is it ready yet? Can I have it now? So there's this energy of tending to something. The 7 of Pentacles, definitely, they told me years ago, is tending to your own garden. So there's been that energy of taking care of self, tending to your own garden. Let me see how it's doing. It's a checkup. There's a checkup energy going on here. You know, you go to the doctor, check on things, you check up on that plant and how is its growth coming. So there's some sort of checkup energy in our reading tonight. All right, let's see what else. With this checkup, is like comes to the Magician. As you check on it and you say it's not growing or it hasn't yielded its fruit or it's not ripe yet, you're saying, well, what else can I do? Whoa, I heard I got this fertilizer. Fertilizer. Let me put some of this fertilizer on this and see what it does. Or, I don't know, it's just the energy of enhancement. Yeah, so there's a checkup and then we find out how to enhance it. There's an enhancement. What can I do? I can do something here. I heard saying a prayer over it. It's amazing how much good will come when you say a prayer over things, because that takes your intention, your focus, your words, and your actions, puts it all together into a nice melding pot. I'm not saying who you need to pray to or what you need to pray for, but it's talking in that way of focused intention coupled with action, coupled with the energy and the knowing that has power. Okay. All right, let me see what else. And the 10 of Swords. Oh my God. This one just said, oh my God to me. OMG. Okay. So with that, it's like this roadmap, this map that she has now has wine or whatever beverage spilled all over it. We're going to call it wine. Okay. I see somebody who's checking up on a person to see how they're doing, and they're not doing okay. Right now, there's a breaking point. There's a stress. Yeah. There's a breaking point happening. And there is stress. That 10 of Swords. There could be an accident. Something happened. I'm hearing the word devastating. Yeah, I'm hearing devastating. So something was devastating. This is the energy, like when somebody here has been carefully tending to their crystals. Somebody carries 7 crystals and oh my God, they lost all of their crystals. They left them. And I just heard somebody left all their crystals when they went on a road trip, and they are so stressed out because they left all their crystals when they went on this road trip. Like, oh my God, I left all my crystals there. I can't go back for it. It's too far. There's that energy here. Okay. I don't think that's for most of you. I do know that that's someone specific. All right, let's see what else. In the world. Opening up. I heard opening up a can of whip ass. And then I also heard, it kind of came in at the same time, opening up Pandora's box. It's like going to check on something, opened up Pandora's box. And it's like, oh, I won't go do that again. It's giving me the vibe of checking on a person that you've been estranged with to see what's going on. Maybe you can throw some magic at it to enhance it. Maybe you can say the right thing. And it's like, no matter what you say, you get the, oh my God, and it's devastating. And that's the end of that. Okay, I'm not going to try that no more. This is like, something big, something helpful, answers. But sometimes when you giving them to people, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear what they need to hear. They don't want to hear what they need to hear. Okay, that's a wrap. I heard that's a wrap. You're like, I won't try to say that anymore. I won't try to tell you no more. You've been asking something. So how's everything going with that one situation? And they're like telling you, well, I'm still waiting on this and that and the other. You tell them something about, well, I know this about energy and how it works and focus and words and stuff like that. Something like that, you could be throwing out something, right? Something that you feel will be helpful. They hear it and it stresses them the fuck out. They are devastated. They are distraught. OMG, what do we do now? And I just feel like you're like, okay, yeah, we're not going to try that anymore. Just because I know it doesn't mean they're ready to hear it. Just because I know it doesn't mean they're ready to hear it. The whole world is going to respond differently to what I know I heard. Everybody doesn't want to hear what I got to say. They're not ready to hear this. I heard they don't have the capacity to process what you said and understand it the way you meant it. Judgment. There's this realization like, well, I answered the call. And now the call is telling me to shut the fuck up. Okay, so you answer the call. Now the call is saying, shut up, leave it alone. There's one here that's an angel. The other 3 are not. They have different body forms. So we have 3 very different characters. 3 very different characters that are all very unique. And then there's this 4th character who comes with transformation on the chest, who speaks loudly, who has a lot to say. And because they have wings, like they can fly, they know stuff. They got superpowers. They know stuff. Yeah. I don't want to hear it because that breaks up everything that I've been doing. So somebody here, like your big job in this situation, your whole purpose in this situation, your whole reason for being there is to tell them what they don't want to hear. Tell them what they don't want to hear. It's about fucking time somebody did. I feel like in the past, in this situation, you had to let go of the situation and step back. And again, I feel like now there's this, let me check on it. This could have been very recently where you just checked on a person. Hey, how's that situation developing for you? Or how are you doing? And it's like, no good news. There's no good news there. No good news. You try to offer some helpful advice. You realize that didn't fucking work so well. It's hard for you to let this go because you care. You want to see improved situations. You want to see things go well for people. Because it's not like you're out here doing this maliciously. You're out here trying to, check on somebody's well-being, offer some good words or encouragement or acknowledgement. There's basically saying, if they don't want to hear you, you can't force them to listen. No matter how much you think you can, all they're going to do is shut down. It's like they have an on and off switch. I heard selective hearing. They have very selective hearing. Their face might even look at you as though they're listening, but they know how to turn their ears off. Their mind isn't open to it. What? The Page of Wands. That was something foolish that you did. Now look at it. We've got a hole in the wall. You thought you were going to do something great, but now you've got a hole in the wall. Why did you cut a hole in the wall? For somebody, this hole in the wall energy that I'm hearing is coming through talking about like, why would you open that portal again? Why would you open that door again? Why would you go down that path again when you know that you wanted to be protected from it? This is like somebody who's like prayed, oh God, please remove this person from my life. Somebody who's reached out and gotten readings. Somebody who has cried so many tears, begged the angels and the ancestors and the guides, please get me out of this situation. And then what do? Oh, they run right back into it. After God, the universe, source, has taken all these moves to answer your prayers, to get up out of situation. I don't know who this person, it might not be you, it might be the other person we're talking about over here with no good news. I don't know who this person is, but this is what I'm hearing to say. So, I'm going to say what I hear. Yeah, somebody here is like, you begged and prayed to get out of a situation. Oh God, please bring this to an end. Please stop it. I don't want to do this no more. Take them out of my life. Get me out of here. Okay. Universe moves. Heaven and hell, I heard, to get you out of a situation. Did you go open the door again? Who was this person that went and opened the door again, put themselves right back where they started? Intentionally. By choice. After using supernatural forces to remove them from the situation. That's some shit right there, man. That's some crazy shit right there. Let's get some more info out at the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. So let's see what else Spirit gonna show us about this energy here. What else can we see? It's like you can have all the answers and share them freely. Got all the answers, experience. This is tested and proven guidance, advice, suggestions that you're offering. That don't mean they're gonna listen. They might not even believe you. They might think you're full of shit. And it's like, who's gonna be stressed out? You gonna stress yourself out? You gonna let them be stressed out? Because somebody gonna end up stressed out in the situation where you're trying to talk to somebody who doesn't fucking get it. And I do feel like you're supposed to tell them. Like, you're supposed to bring this It's like at least if their ears can absorb it, their brain can absorb it once, it'll be stuck in their brain. At least they might not accept it, believe it, or utilize it. If we can just get that information in there. And what this is about cutting out negativity. I do feel like once that is done, you could get blocked. Once you tell somebody the truth they don't want to hear, the guidance of which they have stayed clear, because Spirit been trying to tell them. Spirit has been trying to tell somebody repeatedly how to get out of a situation, and has taken this person out of the situation again. And now, because Spirit already invested all those resources in getting them out of the situation, they open the door and run right back into it. Oh, they're going to have to get out of it and take a lot of steps on their own before Source, Spirit, God is going to invest that much energy again, is what I'm hearing. So there's this warning energy here, judgment. Like there's this warning. And one person knows. The others do not. There could be 3 people receiving a warning right now. I don't know. You could just know these people. You could be one of the ones receiving a warning, or you could be the issuer of the warning. You know who you are. Your intuition should be here at this party, because it's always going to fill in the details of your specific experience as we speak to the overall energy that is dominating right now to come out in the shadows. And tarot in the shadows is always going to talk about the challenges that are going on, the things that folks don't want to look at. So show me more about this situation. What else can you show me about what's happening here in the shadow? Show me more about that energy there. Thank you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Okay. I don't know the rest of the song. That's all I know. The sun will come out tomorrow. So we have Beachy Brian. Beachy Brian is fucking sunburned. Somebody is burnt up in this situation. They have prayed, God, please show me the way. Universe, please give me all the signs. There are so many signs that they are burnt up. Burnt up. The sun coming through, talking about the sun is the truth. The truth that is clear in the light of day, right in front of your face to see in every way. This person being so standing in seeing, like the truth has been evident all around them. It's been burning them up, but they haven't noticed it. They haven't noticed it. They haven't paid attention. The sun has been around somebody. Okay. I heard this. Oh, that's a much nicer story. Okay, they want me to touch on a sidebar message. I'm not sure who you are, but the seeds you've planted are getting the sun. They're getting the air. I know it's been a long time in waiting and you've had a lot of despair, but what you're finding is all that waiting and despair was fertilizer for your seeds. You will have your seeds. September is going to be significant for you, when it could be a huge announcement. It could be an opportunity that you thought you lost coming back around. It will be something that you are worthy and deserving of. You could be named an honoree of some sort, okay? Named and honored in some sort of way. And it's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen quickly. So you will be giving a quick response. And it's interesting because it's going to challenge you, because it's going to put you in the limelight. It's going to be your time in the light, your time in the sun, your time to shine. However, I don't know how, I'm not going to tell you how many minutes of fame you have, but you know, your minutes of fame, whatever that is. Okay, back to the original experience. You could have stayed home while you could have been away from this energy for 7 years, from somebody, out of their energy for 7 years. During that 7 years, you spent a lot of time learning. You learned things that done burnt you up. You learned things that were hard to accept. You learned all about yourself. Plain as day, naked as a newborn, baby. Naked as a newborn, which means there was no hiding nothing. You can't hide rolls or marks or scars or any of that stuff when you're naked. So there's something here about you finding your naked truth. Over the last 7 years, while there was this period of estrangement, being separated from somebody, not attached to them, you could have been spending a lot of time in your house. Okay. And there's this checkup energy here. The Fool. Interesting, because you're like, this is probably one of the dumbest ideas I've had in a long time. Let me go check on that person that I haven't talked to in 7 years. Let me see what, I'm just so curious. But it was a calling on your soul. So you had to just trust with it and go. You had to trust and go. And you were being led by a beautiful energy in your heart. Oh, they just show me. It wasn't about you as much as you think it was. You were being, even if, so this is the energy of you being used as magic in somebody's life. Coming in, it's like a spiritual checkup, providing an opportunity by simply sharing what you know, by simply being present, by caring enough to check. This person, I just heard them praying. I heard this person praying, nobody cares about me. And that's when you decide to check on them. Spirit, and they could have been praying for a week. And then on the 7th day of their prayer to God, show me who cares about me. You're the one person that they never thought was going to show up, because they have convinced themselves by your responses to their actions that you don't care shit about them. Oh, they are wrong as fuck. You care about them. That's part of why you reacted the way you did. I heard you was busy handling your own karmic trench, and you didn't want to be a part of building another karmic trench with this person. Karmic trench. Digging a ditch. Somebody had been digging their own ditch. They didn't even know. They didn't even know. And it's crazy because you reach out to this person, you small talk, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. Not much good to be said there. And so what do? You offer what has helped you. You offer, well, this is what's helped me. A lot has changed in my life since we last talked. It's been a long time. This is how I've changed. This is what has changed for me. This is what I did. Oh, that shit is triggering as hell for them. They don't want to hear that. First off, this person don't want to hear that you're doing good. And second off, they don't want to feel like you think you know more than them, or like you something special. Oh, the thought of you being special and knowing something that they don't know. Oh, that's triggering as fuck. They don't like to hear that. Oh no. But you were guided. You were following a spiritual calling. So you spoke. And I feel like when you were done, you're like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. I feel like this happened for you within the last week. The benefit for you in this situation that you're like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that again. This is like, they just showed me, this is perfect. This is like looking at your old high school yearbook. You can see all the ways that you were undeveloped. You can see all the ways that you had been, all the hopes you used to have. I mean, you probably aren't dating the same one you used to date back then, but back then you thought they were going to be everything in your life and you would always be together type of shit. This is showing you the power that you hold now, though. It's like by taking a look in the past, driving down memory lane, in a sense, it's like you become, I'm hearing hyper aware of how much power you hold, of how much you have empowered yourself, of how different you've become. That's a blessing. Because I see that in the past, like you had this person in your life for whatever reason and whatever way they came in, but it was a common energy. Like you resonated with them in the past. You're not there no more. You've been made brand new. And your presence in this person's life provides them an opportunity to see what they have as a potential in front of them to be as well. Like they could be different too. Like if you could change, I could change. Like that's part of it, right? Wow, you really did all that. So this is what the ideal response from them could sound like. Like, wow, you really accomplished. You're really different, you know. You don't look the same. You don't feel the same. Wow, you mean you don't fly into a rage anymore? Wow, you mean you don't do those drugs no more? Wow, you mean you've actually got your credit score up and you got some money in the bank? Wow, you own a house. Wow, you started a business. Wow, you've been with the same partner for how long now? In other words, but they didn't. They did not respond that way. The response was dismal. They gave me the word dismal at best. They said dismal at best. Dismal is not a word that I use very much. I know it's like not feeling good. I know it's not happy. But yeah, let's look it up and see how the internet defines dismal. Interesting. It's an adjective. It says depressing, dreary. Yeah, their energy, and it's like, oh my God. So this gives you hyper awareness of just how much growth you've seen, which goes back to our first card. What's happening here? It's a checkup. This is a checkup. It's grace being extended toward them. It's a checkup for you to realize how far you've come. What a different being you are. And it's like, you don't have control over what other people choose to do or the speed with which they develop or the amount of self-awareness they choose to accept, you know. That has nothing to do with you. We're all under the same fucking sun, honey. That's what Spirit is saying. The sun is shining whether you want to see it or not. You knew the sun was shining. In other words, there was truth to be seen, and you got all up into that truth. You knew the sun was a shine outside. You sat out there in the sun till you got toasty, baby. Super tan. You got a super tan right now. And the thing of it is, ooh, they're saying that sunlight is healing. It's healing. You have a dish that has an odor stuck in it. You got clothing or a cutting board that's stained. Set it out in the sun for an hour. Come back and watch how powerful the sun is. It will deodorize, it will sanitize it, and it'll remove that stain for you. It works. And so here's this energy where you saw the light of day. You saw the sunlight. It was shown to you. And instead of sitting out of it and, oh no, that's too bright, I don't want to see that. You went out, you allowed yourself to be refined and purified by it. And this sun that I'm talking about is the sun of self-awareness, honey. Spirit has been using your life to show you who you really were, how you really were, what kind of energy you was holding, and how you were presenting in this world. And it does that with all of us. Hence, the sun is shining on everybody. And some people don't want to see it. So, you know, and they're giving me Seattle, Washington, more cloudy and rainy days there than everyone else. Some people choose to live in Seattle. In other words, the sun could be shining every day, and some people just wants to not see the light of day about themselves. The truth could be told. Honey, you keep hearing the same thing. At some point, you're going to have to recognize that you're the common denominator, right? So you took that opportunity. Somebody else is like, oh no, I don't want to see myself like that. That's not true about me. There's a lot of denial, a lot of dismissal, a lot of closed ears, a lot of not wanting to hear. A lot of it has been there. Not wanting to hear. How dare you tell me that it's my fault that I spilled my wine on my map and now I can't read it? It's your fault. Blame game. Honey, I heard get the heck up out of here. Yeah. And that's how it felt for you. I heard if you were in their physical presence or even just on the telephone or like messaging on one of these apps, it felt, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I can't do this. I don't even want to ask any more questions. I don't even want to hear no more. And you're like, why? Why did Spirit ask me to reach out to that one? Because you got signs, you got synchronicities. It was calling you on your soul to reach out to them. And for you, it was a checkup. It was an awareness of just how much you've developed. And it was your opportunity to extend the grace to this person one last time. Interesting. It's difficult though. The Hermit is there. Somebody here, you had a Virgo person in your experience that is the one. Some of you, this was about, it's tough for you to be on this journey alone. Like some of us, we got siblings, we got family members, can't talk to them. We don't vibe like that. We not tribe like that. This journey of feeling like you're on your own in this world can be really tough. It really can. And I can sympathize with that. Yeah. Some of us out here, we feel very alone because other people don't get it like we get it. I heard at least we have each other. At least we have each other. It may be through the internet and through the comments you do or don't leave, like share shiny one. Yeah, thank you. But the thing of it is, you have to trust your own guidance in this. Just like you trusted your own guidance to communicate and check on somebody. It's like you trust your own guidance to know that it was enough. It wasn't like check on them and then go solve their problems. It wasn't check on them and then rescue them. It was just check on them. Because at that moment, they could have been telling the whole universe, telling God, telling the angels, telling the ancestors that they're so alone and nobody's ever been there for me. Nobody's ever supported me. I heard nobody's ever offered me a helping hand. And then here you go. The one person that actually did check on them a lot, offer many helping hands, got trampled on by this one a lot, I feel like. Yeah, and they did something foolish. They did something foolish to the wrong one. And you were used to prove a point. You've been used by God to prove a point. Yeah? And it was like perfect timing. And you don't know that. You don't know that. Right before your interaction with this person, and you're like, what the fuck? Why did my intuition tell me to reach out to them? Why did I even think to call them? Why did this happen? You're like, I just don't get it. I just don't get why my intuition said to do that. Because you don't know that that person was just there praying. Everybody has forsaken me. God, you've forsaken me. Nobody ever gave a fuck about me. Nobody ever loved me. And then the one person that they couldn't see anything you did as love is the one that called, is the one that reached out, is the one that checked on them. Yeah. But here's the challenge. Like, God allowed you to do that because God knew that you had the wisdom to not go jumping all the way in, to check on them and then back out. You gave them the opportunity. Now, had their response be different and they were a different energy, it might have picked back up and start off brand new on a fresh slate, right? Because you're a different person. If they're a different person, hell, let's start over again and see how this goes. But the thing is, when you reach out, they're not a different person. It's the same damn shit you walked away from 7 years ago or however many years ago it was, right? Same mentality, same vibe, same energy. Yeah. This person, Yeah, it's a judgment. This is their judgment energy. This is their last chance before it's over. Like, this person could be on their deathbed. This person could be, if they ain't on their literal physical deathbed, they're at least on their spiritual deathbed. But they're going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not your fault. This person, even at this point though, oh my fucking God, the death card. Yo, you can't make this. I did not. I'm glad I always shuffle on camera. That's what I want to say. I'm glad I always shuffle on camera live. So you know that these cards are coming out. Okay. Yeah, this person is. So if they're not on their, it's like they're at this critical juncture in their energy because they're like feeling so hopeless that all they have to do now is just surrender. They're at a transition point. And it's like, it will serve them well if they could get over them fucking self and recognize everything that they were so blind to. Because I really feel, and I can see that this one has been super supported through all of this. And I feel like it's this one with the blue hair. This one with the blue hair. Because see, this little baby right here, she feels like a girl and she got a big old smile. And this boy over here, he's silly as hell, but you know what? He got a big old smile. She looks depressed and dismal at best. It's like all these three are here trying to say to her, listen, it's not that bad. We're still breathing. There's still time. We're still alive. At least we got each other. Whatever they're saying, she ain't fucking trying to hear it. She is not trying to hear it. She looking the whole other way. She naked. She don't even know she naked. Everybody else is smiling but her. She got an angel blowing a horn like, hey, pay attention. You're asking for signs that you are loved. You're asking for reasons why you should be alive. They're in your fucking face, man. They are right here in your fucking face. You've got reasons to be alive. Whoever this person is got reasons to be alive. They can make a change. They've got examples in their face, and boom, you call. And they're like, this person's response is, oh my God, I can't believe you're calling me. Ugh, what the fuck do you want? It's that type of an energy. Well, I was just calling to check on you. My bad. Won't be doing that anymore. Wow. Yeah, in your environment. This card is the card of in your environment. Somebody, this is Scorpio there. But this is somebody here who is going through a major life transformation, or if not, they could be on their deathbed. And that's not something I say lightly. And my ego is like, how dare you make that statement? Well, you know, I'm going to say what I heard. I wouldn't do well with reading if I lied about what I hear. My reading, you all watch because you know that this works and I'm real with what I do. You know that I want the bestest for you. And even when ugly stuff comes out, I'm going to always help you find your place of empowerment in it. That's why you like watching me. That's why I'm your favorite YouTuber and tarot reader. But yeah, that's what I got. So I said it. What's the guidance for you? Freaking 10 of Cups. Let that be a reminder of just how great your life is. Honey, you have completed some sort of karmic debt, some sort of soul contract, some sort of spiritual mission. This was important. This doesn't weigh lightly. This is a heavy hitting experience that you've had. It has great spiritual value in your life, in their life, and I'm hearing, and in the life of others that you, neither one of you know. So it's like, ooh, spirit is, wow, spirit is using your experience with this person as an outline, sort of speak, a template even for how they're dealing with others, how others are dealt with in the experience. Interesting. So there's enough, how do I explain what you've just shown me? Like, that's so profound. So it's like, your experience is so similar to, let's say, thousands. I'm hearing thousands of other humans in a similar experience. And I'm hearing test subjects. You're one of the test subjects. So they're not doing it to all the thousands who are in this similar experience. They pulled out, I'm hearing 100 out of those thousands. And in the 100, Spirit put it in the heart of the one who was willing to hear and obey the spiritual guidance from their own intuition, a task. They were given the task. Extend the grace, check on them. And based off of the results of those 100, Spirit is going to use, God is going to use that to just render judgment on the whole situation. To just render judgment on the whole situation, on everyone of the thousands. And somebody's saying that's not fair. Judgment should be on an individual basis. But here's the thing that you're not understanding about this experience. We're not talking about somebody where this is their only fucking chance. No, baby. We're talking about somebody that has had chance after 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 chance. Need I go on? We are talking about people who have not only done this with you, but they've done it with others, and others and others. There's been several that they've done the same fucking thing with. And Spirit is so loving that still all those ones that have repeatedly followed the same karmic course still get that one last chance. But this seals the deal for their whole fucking collective. So there's a collective of assholes who are ignorant to the blessings that they receive in the other humans in their path, and who are even, I hear spiteful and violent in their response to the blessings that they receive from the people that were put in their path. And they're all getting a mass judgment at this time. A mass judgment, because what I heard is you weren't the only one, and honey, all of them failed. They all failed. All the 100 test subjects, and it may not be a literal 100, right? But all of the test subjects out of the thousands that have the same repeated behavior of fucking people over, being violent to them, being disrespectful, being ungrateful, not even fucking noticing, never saying thank you, never utilizing the opportunity, and sitting here sitting down, boo-hoo, no one cares about me, nobody ever loved me, nobody ever helped me. They're all receiving the judgment together because they are a collective energy. So that's big fucking shit right there. What's the guidance for you? As the negativity is being cut out. In other words, this is like if they just showed me another example to give you. So God knows everybody's vibration on earth. You'd have to assume God knows how many hairs are on our head, etc., how many tears you cried and bottles them up and all that stuff. Hold on, I need to drink this. And so with that, it's like everybody has a vibration. They're registering at a specific vibration. Your soul is resonating on a specific energy. And this is like taking the bottom 10% and chopping it off. And that's what I was just shown. I just got a specific visual. So everybody who are in the bottom 10% of vibration, the dirtiest and the dirtiest, the lowest vibration of people. I'm talking about humans living on earth. And NPCs are included in that. I heard for some reason they wanted to throw out NPCs, and background people are included in all being cut out. And I'm hearing why. I'm hearing why because thank you. I'm so excited to get this out. Is trying to say all 50 words at once, and it doesn't work that way. Break it down linearly, please. Why? Because Gaia has raised this vibration that literally they cannot sustain here if they don't choose to raise their vibration. It's like time's up. Time's up. Raise your vibe or get the fuck out. Cut off. Wow. But it was their choice. Like they had choices all along the way. With every one of these beautiful people that was so good to them that they slapped in the face And then those good people turn their other cheek, like Jesus said. And then these sorry muckahuckahoos done turn around and slap their other cheek and step on their toe and punch them in the chest. All of that, all together. Like, we're talking about people that are so angry and spiteful. They don't see nothing they've done. They say don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Man, not only do these people look a gift horse in the mouth, they done pulled the teeth out of the fucking gift horse. They had the same blessings as everyone else in so many ways, but they never gave it any attention. And then they disrespected not only the gift, but the gift givers. Wow. Wow. Now, some of you, I just heard this. Some of you are having an energy of melancholy, upset. It's like there's an emotional disturbance in the force. There's a disturbance in the force. There's a disturbance in the force. And the reason there's a disturbance in your force is because you're sensitive to this. You can tell that there's something major happening. Yeah. It's like your soul is cluing you in. Like, there's some shit. There's shit's going down and your soul knows it. Yeah. Divine timing. This stuff, the angel is coming, honey. I heard the angel of death coming through to clear some shit. Oh, wow. And they just told me, yeah, in the Bible story, and during the Passover, they had put the blood of the lamb around the door, and then the angel of death passed over their door. In this time, no, you do not go slaughtering lambs and putting their blood on your door. This is about, if you got that Christ consciousness, I've been talking for years about how your soul is calling you, beckoning to you to come towards love. And some people are listening, and other people are fighting against the calling of the soul towards love, and they continue to pull their soul apart by choosing anti-love energy. And we've compared it to drawing and quartering, like they did in the medieval times, where they tie each arm and each leg to 4 separate horses and send them running in 4 separate directions to destroy the body. They did this. God isn't killing them. God is giving them every chance to, before them horses run in 4 separate directions, to get the fuck out of that situation, to go to the fork in the road and make a change, still again. But they're not choosing it. And it's time for the 4 horses. Oh, and they're showing me the horsemen of the book of Revelation, the apocalypse horsemen. Yeah. Running in 4 different directions. It's time. So the divine isn't cutting them off. The divine doesn't do that. God does not do that. They're doing it to their own dang self. They're doing it to their self. They chose this judgment for themselves. What did God want for them? God wanted them to listen, and sent messenger after messenger after messenger after another earth angel to come over here. And all those earth angels that God sent to them suffered disrespect. They suffered violence. Atrocious behavior is what they received. Wow. The bottom of the deck is the King of Coins. You have proven to be loyal and a person of integrity, upright, steadfast, reliable, trustworthy. Yeah, King of Earth energy, King of Pentacles energy. And thus the meek shall inherit the earth. You are meek enough to follow your soul's mission, to be the lover in the face of hate. And the meek shall inherit the earth is what I heard. Yeah. A redistribution of wealth and power is happening. And you're on the winning side is what I hear. You are on the winning side in this. I have the Rosy Future Tarot. Let's get some more messages out here. Show Show me the other side of the table. What do we need to know about this experience? What more messages do we need to know about this? Yeah, I'm hearing you can go your own way. Some of you, this contact was not in the physical realm. I just heard you were recently guided to offer a prayer for this person. Somebody here, you were the one that was praying for this person. You didn't communicate with them in the physical realm, but the person was on your brain, and you just said a prayer for them. It was an honest, heartfelt prayer. It was heard. And it's like part of it is allowing the situation to come to divine justice, right? What everybody deserves, what is best for all parties involved type of an energy. Not that this should happen or that should happen, but whatever is in harmony with the divine will, with the best for every person involved in the situation. And you know what? This is a cold piece of work to say this, but some of these people who are in that final transition energy and they're making it physical, or it's going to be physical, that is the best thing that can happen to them. Because their soul has just been incurring more and more karmic debt with more and more days that they've been living here. Because they keep running from the love energy instead of embracing it. Wow. So for some people, death is the best option. That's wild. All right. You have no part in what happens to them physically or spiritually. Their choices and responses to you is what decides any of that. You hear? So I want you to know that consciously. So you don't now begin to try to assume some sort of responsibility or shame or guilt. That's unnecessary energy. Let me see. What else do you want to say to the tribe? What does the tribe need to know about this energy in the past? What else? The Fool card. Walking away, trusting in the journey. That rainbow and where it's crossing the body is telling me that all the chakras, when the chakras are aligned, I'm hearing you can walk this earth without a care in the world if you got your energy right. If you got your energy right, you can walk this world in this earth without a care in the world, knowing that you'll be provided for. You will be provided for. It could have took you 7 years to really get it down. You had to go through all this, however long it took you, you had to go through all these repetitive experiences and training to figure it out that no matter what, you would always be provided for. God got you. And they're showing me, like, for whatever reason, the Bible, because I used to be raised in the church and all that stuff. I don't participate in no religions, just so you know. But there's some good messages in that Bible. And one of them is talking about how, if God cares so much for the birds and trees, they don't go out hunting. They don't work. They don't earn money. They don't grocery shop. They don't do anything. But God makes sure that they're fed and provides for them. And how much more value are you than the birds was something about what the scripture is talking about. So there's that energy. Let's see what else in the current energy. Show me. We had the Fool and the Magician there, and now we have the 10 of Cups, and it's in reverse. I'm hearing you've been having happy family ending, happy family life. Okay, this 10 of Cups in reverse will not be giving that up. They said to upright it. Yeah, will not be giving that up. Anything that would challenge. So again, somebody here, you reached out to check up on a family member or whoever it was, in your life that This person could be in your family. I'm just saying. And you're like, oh no, there's no way in hell I'm bringing that person home. No way in hell. This person cannot. My children can't meet this person. Oh no. My grandbabies can't be around that. Oh no. We're not bringing that home. Okay. I see that. Yeah. And the thing is, as you reach out to that person, as you connect with that energy of this individual or this group or this experience, whatever it is for you, you're like, that's not, oh, I'm glad I left that there. It's like, I'm glad I left that alone. That's not part of my vibe. That's not part of my tribe. We don't do that around here. Not no more anyway. We might have used to did that, but we don't do that here. I heard safeguard your happiness. All right. And the hidden blessing was the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Wands. What else do we need to know? What else can be revealed about this experience? Oh, I heard the point that God proved with you. I was wondering, somebody was specifically wondering, well, what was the point that God was trying to make with me? The point what God was trying to make with you is a person can really change. A person can change their whole energy if they choose to. But it's a choice. And the point proven is after so many repetitive. So it was like, oh, wow. After 10, it's like if we've given them 10 chances, and within those 10 chances, these 10 of cups, each one right now is looking like a chance to choose the path of enlightenment. And it's like the soul family was there encouraging the person to choose it. Nope, they didn't. Statistics proven by spirit that the great ordeal of humankind and the elevation of energy on planet Earth has proven that if a person, after the 10th try, has not made a change, they never will. And they proved it through hundreds of opportunities in thousands, multiple thousands of cases. If a person was going to actually make a change, they would do it within the 10th repetition of the cycle. And after the tens of thousands of case studies, the millions of case studies, I don't know how many case studies there are, but there's a fucking lot is what they're showing. There's a whole lot. We will never again, we will never again go beyond 10 chances. There's some sort of self-destruct that's going to start happening after the 10th chance. If a person doesn't get it within the 10th chance, there's going to be some sort of self-destruction, auto-destruct button. Somebody might just disappear, vanish. Whoop, I don't know. Cloud of smoke. I don't know what's going to happen. So, what is it? Instantaneous combustion. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's the way they're showing it to me. It's like we have tried over all these hundreds of thousands, millions, thousands of cases. I don't know how many case studies there are, but Spirit been case studying all the people on earth. And what they found, what the spiritual investigation has found, is a person will change within the 10th repetition of the same harmful pattern. They will change their behavior. And if they don't, they never do. They're just not going to get it during this lifetime. They say the third time's a charm because most people will do it within the third repetition, is what I'm hearing. Most people, by the third time they go through a negative, repetitive, karmic situation, will make a major change in their life in order to not have to go through the rest of it. But if by the 10th time they haven't, and they're showing me by the third time is like most people make that change within third time. Even between the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th try, it's like so few, but it's still worth holding on for. Those, because their lives have value too. That's why Spirit let this go into hundreds of chances that these people have had. Like, does anybody change after? No. What they found was nobody ever changed after the 10th time they repeated something and did the same damn thing. So message, tribe, if you gave somebody more than 10 chances, you done too damn much. If you gave them 3 chances, you're probably good there. Interesting. All right. With the hidden blessing, where we had the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands, we now have the Knight of Pentacles. Hidden blessing, this examination is complete. We can now move on. Because this guy right here on his, what are the things called? I forgot what they called. The one with the handle on, anyways, on his little device here. He is bringing the results of the examination back to God. The test is complete. We have all the statistics we need now. If a person doesn't change within the 10th opportunity to change, they're not going to change. Okay. And we are talking about unhealthy, violent behaviors, lowest vibrational, most abusive, disrespectful behaviors is what they're talking about changing. Just so you know, just so that's crystal fucking clear. We're talking about violence, abuse, disrespect. I'm talking about pedophilia. I'm talking about rape. I'm talking about abuse. I'm talking about jumping on people. I'm talking about stealing shit. I'm talking about all that type of shit. In most cases, they change by the third opportunity to do right. Nobody changed after the 10th. If they did it wrong on the 10th try, they were going to do it wrong every other time. They were going to keep making that same stupid ass, disrespectful, unhealthy, toxic choice. Okay. So, in blessing here is the test results are in. The test results are in. Here comes the examiner. The collector of information has gathered all the information, and we can leave that test alone now. So, what's the challenge? The challenge is the world and the hermit. And what else goes with the world and the hermit and the challenge? The Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. The challenge is in this world, some people are so blinded by their own ideas, but they don't search the soul. That's what's the challenge. And the challenge is a lot of people aren't going to want to live what it means, the carrying out of the divine final judgment that, oh, we can just eliminate all this from the bottom of the board. All this scrap gotta go. Yeah, they just called the people scrap. I know, I heard it too. The challenge is for you to continue to stay focused and understanding that there's a divine reason for everything that's happening. Okay? The challenge that these people aren't willing to accept that is causing this wrap it up energy, that's a wrap energy, is they refuse to consider anything else. They refuse to consider that all these experiences that cause them to harbor so much anger, violence, and animosity in their soul had anything to do with them, because nothing was their fault. Remember, we're talking about blame gamers. These folks like to blame. So people being stuck in their mind, it's like something didn't, when they was born, something didn't completely, no, they were born perfect. They were born perfect. But something happens that makes them, it's like a computer that's glitching out and it's stuck on the same page and it won't change. That's what these people's vibe is showing me. Yeah. It's like when your phone freezes. Yeah. And they just keep staying stuck on the same old thing. Okay. Big changes. I see huge changes coming from September to November. This is a timeless reading, but I'm just going to throw out, we are recording this during 2024. Hello. All right. In the environment, we have Judgment. We have the Death card. Give me one more clarifier here. In the environment, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, it's done, honey. The end, the end, the end. This is going to be a tough change, but it's going to make the change for the better. It will be a change for the better. Yeah. It's like, honey, just give it up. You can put in an application to come back to Earth in another life if you want to, but for this lifetime, you're going to have to give it up because, honey, you just aren't getting it. That's the way it's coming through. Wow. Guidance was the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. And that was an upright Ten of Cups. I'm just throwing that out there. And what else is guidance? The Hierophant. Your faith is everything. Doing the right thing actually does count. There's some of these people, this Eight of Swords for them is programming that, cheaters always win and prosper, and that love of people, and then violence is the way you get power, whatever the fuck it is. So doing the right thing actually does work. Again, the meek shall inherit the earth is what I'm hearing. The one that's put at the back is going to be called to the position of honor is what I'm hearing. Cutting out negativity. Keep doing the right thing. Let this be your tradition. Keep on consulting with the divine and teach. Keep teaching what you know. If you're one of these ones that's in this energy, like you have a wealth of information, share it. Help ones who don't understand, because it's not, and there's still going to be negative folks, negatively oriented minds still walking, and mouths still walking around on the planet. Continue to address things from that spiritually guided place, and remember that you are there as a teacher. No matter what your connection is, no matter how far you go with a person, you ultimately are here as a teacher. So remember that. Let's get one more card on the outcome with the Nine of Wands and the Temperance card. One more card, please. What else can you show us? Okay. With the Nine of Wands and the Temperance, we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, this is a separation of ties. This is a severing. This is the outcome. Goodbye and good riddance. I have, So the Five of Swords is where, like, there is winning in this case is just as ugly as losing. Cut your losses before it gets worse. That's the Five of Swords. We are going to have to agree to disagree, and this is a cutoff game. This is where there's a change of mind, a change of plan. This is where, the winds of change are blowing, and it's blowing some folks away. For somebody, this is two specific people in your life going out of your life, because the winds of change is here. Remember what you're committed to. Remember your spiritual commitments. Let your soul work and your spiritual work hold its position of importance in your life. This is important. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Hangman, a different perspective. You found one. Someone else did not. Your different perspective that you found has given you freedom, has given you release from old karmic patterns, old karmic debts. It's allowing you to live a life that is mentally free from the burdens of betrayal and disappointment and heartbreak and disrespect. And for the most part, you don't entertain these people and stuff. You really don't. But there's a special reason why you did this. And you, in your experience, make such a loud point, because you and whoever this is that you were asked to check on or pray for, y'all come from the same damn tapestry, the same thread. You cut from the same cloth. But what you did with your cloth and what they did with their cloth is two different things. They stayed exactly raw cut edges. They didn't do nothing with it. You refined it. You made it beautiful. You embroidered it. You stitched up something beautiful on it. You washed it. You might have put some perfumed oil on it. I don't know what you did, but you did something different. My mother used to always tell me and my sister when we were children, just because you were born in the dirt don't mean you have to stay there. You can get up and clean yourself off and move on. And in this energy, you've been doing that over a course of years. And for whatever reason, either you prayed for somebody or you reached out to somebody to check on them who was coming from the same cloth you were coming from. They came from the same side of the tracks, from the same family background, from the same energy, just to check on them because your soul moved you to, or just to pray for them because your soul moved you to. And the fact of the matter is, they did not get up. They still sitting on the same pile of dirt in the same dirty shit that they were born with. And they did not get up and they did not clean themselves off. But you did. You did. You are not responsible for what they didn't do. Just like they have no role and no part in what you did do. You did what you needed to do. You tried to help them. You tried to help them pull them out of the dirt, but they didn't want to come. No, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. You're wrong. Whatever it was. And it is what it is. So, with all this coming through, if you've done this, you're in alignment with the divine will. You're in alignment with the elevated vibration of Gaia. And you are definitely in alignment with your own soul, which has been calling you to love, to be that lover, enhancing the love energy on earth. And that doesn't mean that you're nobody's doorstep. What is that? Doormat? Thank you. Doormat. You're not their doorstep nor their doormat. Hello, you're not their stepping stone. It was grace. Grace on you that allowed you to do. And all that did was add to your blessing. So I want to thank you for joining me for this episode of Tarot in the Shadows. So thankful and grateful. Thank you for showing up. Also, Chale. And we'll see you next time. Until then, so sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. That's all, folks. Later, baby. And I'm out.